yesterday, so having that in the clash lane, but Byron as well. We saw some fantastic Byron balls
as well. It then comes down, I think we need to pay attention to when he has flash, right? So we have seen so many flash plays with a Byron, flashes in, gets the Storm Strike, force field suppression, and it's game over for the farm lane. And it is Kurumi on a D1 tier, he is squishy.
Oh, yes. He can also get caught out, right? I mean, he can be slippery. Obviously, he has the cleanse with his second ability, and he also has the stun with his...
Still will enforce the law as well. Perfect, very apt, but it is Kurumi on the D1 tier, right? Imperial Police.
Absolutely. Enforcing is probably everything that he needs to do. He needs to focus that as well. Lady Chen, Ali, and the Zhongfei all looking to rotate to the bot side of the map. We can see that Kurumi's just being left there to try and farm up. We do know that Renji is needing those items to get that damage as well. We can imagine that we're going to see the likes of some attack speed come through for him as well, just so he can get and proc that passive.
Yep, at this point, it is going to be level 4 for both the junglers. Raikou as well as Xing have both hit the marks. I don't think we've seen any invasions or steals of any jungle camps. But this first play, it might change the state of the game. Raikou might be considering the dive in the top lane. Likewise, Xing looking at the bot.
Yeah, you can kind of tell that it's a little bit more composed with these teams, right? There is a lot of kind of, oh, do we, don't we, should I, will I? And then you kind of see like, no, let's just play it safe. We don't want to kind of be the overbearing first blood. We don't want that on our hands, but already we're having a 2v2 here into the bot lane, and Kurumi trying his best to do a lot of damage onto the Rung hero because it is Zhongfei taking all those hits. All those cards are going over to Zhongfei, where you really want to be focusing onto Petroni because he can get in, he can get out, and do a lot of damage at level 4.
Okay, first steal coming in. Xing gets the steal onto one of the camps. Right now, I don't think they should be fighting this at this point for STMN. And also, Influence Rage, I think they're maintaining status quo pretty well.
Yeah, definitely composed in this 2 minutes so far. We're going into the 3rd minute, not quite where the neutral objectives need to be just yet, but we can see a shift into the clash lane there. That Dharma has taken a lot of damage from the Byron, and it's pretty much a tale as old as time within Honor of Kings that Byron is fantastic in these 1v1s.
Oh, for sure. So with Death, I think the game plan here is not to win the 1v1s. If you can, that'll be great. But it's really just, let me get the farm, let me get the items, and I'll be looking for your backlines in the big team fights, right? We've seen some spectacular plays across all the different teams, across all the different regions. When he comes in with the truth mantra, it is a disaster if he gets it onto the opponent team. So let's see how this plays out.
You know what they say, truth always hurts, Kin, and it definitely hurts when Dharma is using the truth mantra onto you and you get CC'd, and then out of nowhere you're like, yep, I'm back at spawn, baby. But we can see kind of like a navigation here and presence around this neutral objective. We could potentially see a fight here.
Yep, you're resurrecting some very painful memories for me at this point. But the real pain is in this first engagement here. Will they actually commit?
Yeah, no, it's not looking like it just yet because obviously the neutral objective, they are just trying to get that lane priority so they can kind of leave that as an afterthought here, and you can kind of see that Raikou is playing into this brush here. Okay, first blood may go onto the side of Influence Rage, and it does. It is Haino. Juso is getting taken down. That means that they are 1 man down when it's trying to combat against this neutral objective, which is the Tyrant, which could be huge for them, but it is going to go over to Influence Rage. The Unruly Blade comes through. They are not done with the engage just yet. We see a lot of damage going on to Xing, and he's able to soak it. Lianpo with a 1-man knockup is not going to be enough. There is no committing from Kurumi. He is too far away.
Did anyone die there? I don't think anyone died, right?
No,
just the Juzo in the mid. Yeah, so Haino, unfortunately, he left his fate rewind for a little bit too late in terms of usage, right? So that gave away the first blood to Influence Rage, and I think it's status quo. Influence Rage, they're still having this very good early game lead that we expect out of them, and at this point, 1v1, I don't think it's gonna work out. Xing is here.
Oh, Xing comes out of nowhere, forces the flash onto Sunny as well. He's on the run, but there is Cozy with the help in hand. The knockup comes through, but then we see Zhongfei over the wall as well. What a beautiful aid to his teammates there.
Yep, so both of the teammates on both sides did come for the rescue of their respective teammates. Did work out, nobody died just yet. Still the first blood death given by Juzo. And at this point, we might be looking for another opening. Kurumi now is being threatened. Does get spotted out by the side of Avoinen.
Yeah, this is scary. Dharma was looking for a teleport. Teleport.
Red team has slain an enemy.
Yep, at this point, you can start to see that even though it's just one kill, they want to, get this advantage. Influence Rage, they're putting 4 members in the mid lane. They want to rotate around the map, make sure they get hands on the second neutral objective,
Blue
or maybe
team
just get vision.
has destroyed a tower.
Bot lane there as well. So bot lane able to be weaker after. We kind of see a little bit of a shift of purpose here from Kurumi and with Death, sorry, I don't know why I keep calling him Withdraw, but with Death, because we're seeing a little bit more of a macro play here. They're able to maintain that Azure Golem as well.
Yeah, but that's a huge deficit, right? So instead of Xing getting that Azure Golem, he unfortunately had to give it to Juzo because he missed the timing on his smite. Now this is going to cost him a little bit because the cooldown reduction is really important for the side of Xing.
Yes, definitely when you're going in Augur and trying to soak as much damage as possible, trying to just take as much of those hits and deal it out, dish and deal it at the same time. But still, again, there is a lot of sort of tit for tat going on. As we get into that 8th minute, it's definitely a different piece of a match here. But 2v1 up into the Clash lane. Lady Chen, they're looking for that T1 in the Clash.
Yep, they're going to put numbers here, right? So now this is going to open up the map for the side of Influence Rage. Perfect timing for them. 7.5 minutes in, they can try and go for another team fight. They are pretty much itemized for an early smashing of the side of STMN.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see, right? You kind of got a little bit of a disembodied STMN. There was a few shaky members like, where do we go? What do we do? Xing's already like, hey guys, I kind of need you in mid here in the brush. We're kind of trying to commit, but not trying to commit. The Liam Bo flash in, dashes out. He's kind of just trying to bait somebody here, but Influence Rage are just not taking it.
Yeah, STMN, I think at this point it's not a good idea to fight, right? I don't think they have itemized enough to be able to win the team fights against Influence Rage. Bear in mind, they're behind by 2,000 gold. We will see who has funneled most of the gold into their pockets, but at this point, Petroni is definitely ahead of Kurumi.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a gap here. We can kind of see it's very patented from all these games that Petroni is just being always ahead of the gold, always ahead of the experience as well. And look at this damage coming through with Yali. Not even needing the jungle here, but are they going to get crucial kill? Oh, whoa! What was that? Liam Poe getting the crucial kill theft with no smite, baby.
Yep, it's the STMN specialty, another crucial kill theft. This time, it benefits them because it does even out a little bit of the gold deficit, but at the same time, it gives them the EXP. Now, Juzo finally gets the Augur's word. He's going to be a little bit more defensive, and he will be able to sustain a little bit more damage, right? But is that going to make the difference? Because Kurumi has not hit his spike yet.
Yeah, not quite just yet. We can see that he has obviously Sparkforged Dagger on his equipment there. Obviously, it's not just the chain lighting from the Tyrant that they've just stolen there, which could be a huge upset for Influence Rage, but they're looking for a 3v2 dive here as well. But we see Orgrim going in, trying to keep Kurumi alive, but is Byron coming in with that dash and slapping down that damage, which we know he can do and deal out here. And it's Xing just being left alone in this T2. Ali's not even trying. No, Cozy's not even trying to go in and give any damage because he doesn't need to.
Yeah, it's really surprising, right? When you have a dive under the tower, you expect that with an outplay, you get the kill, but nobody dies on the side of Influence Rage. And take a look at the gold swing from that. Now they are up about 4,000 gold. And not only that, they get the T3 in the bottom. This is perfect for the side of Influence Rage.
Yes, I think it's probably the quickest high ground turret that we've seen in all of the 3 games. 10 minutes in and a higher ground turret going down in the farm lane. But we saw with Def trying to get that same kind of macro play that we saw in game 1. He's trying to just paint the bigger picture here. He's able to get all the way to the high ground turret, but then we saw that Cozy and obviously Petroni was there, just trying to stop that push even more. But all importance is that T1 is still standing in the mid lane.
Yep, there's a couple of things that need to be addressed, right? So at this point, does not have... Okay, he just got it, so he got the Ominous Premonition. Hopefully that's going to stifle a little bit of the damage coming in from the RLE. But Petroni, we all know that he's an insane farming machine. Take a look at his itemization. Very close to the Daybreaker already. Already has the Doomsday Crimson Reaper along with the Eternity Blade. No steal here, but let's see what else can STMN do.
Yeah, Kurumi is pretty much up like a whole K ahead of Kurumi, which is scary when you think about it. And there we have Byron, we have Lady Chen, we have everybody on top of Dharma. The truth really does hurt there, kid, and it came through, taken down with death. But now this could potentially be a upset here for STMN. There is a solid start here for the side of Influence Rage with this engage, but it doesn't look like they're going to commit just yet.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest goal leads we have seen, right, between the two teams. It's about 6,000 gold ahead for the side of Influence Rage. They're not going to slow down, and here comes the jump.
Yep, there's no way slowing down there. That was a nice back dive there for the Doom, but it's Petroni taking up the kill onto the Leon Po, sorry, but that means that this higher ground turret is pretty much left wide open with the minions there, and there's not a lot that STMN can really do here in terms of trying to make a counter engage or try and take some blood on the side of Influence Rage. They kind of force him back, maybe looking at that Overlord.
Yep, at this point, a Band-Aid just isn't doing it. They need more farm. Of course, you know, Kurumi going for the tank build onto this Direns here, but it's not going to be enough. He needs the full build. The Deep Frost Siege as well as Doomsday is not going to be sufficient. He is not safe from the damage. At this point, Sony is the one responsible for dealing so much damage, or rather pressure against Kurumi. And Petroni is the one that's getting the kills, getting the finishing blows.
Yeah, I think this is what the good thing is about Influence Rage. It's kind of where they've got the peak on top of STMN. They've just got way more damage when it comes to Byron, when it comes to Lady Chen, when it comes to the Arlie as well. Just look at all that fantastic damage. Yes, the Faith Recall comes through and saves him, but for how long your faith has been determined there. Hino, we have the minion waves there in the mid lane. Double kill goes over to Petroni as well. There is only 2 members of the side of STMN standing alive, and it's looking like it's only going to be 1 there. Zing is fighting for his life, and fighting they are for the chance to get into the semi.